My bad. I was messing around with the settings. My bad. And I forgot. All right. So, can you guys hear me now? Hang on. Let me go. Fuck. Where was I at again? I lost the window. Can you guys hear me? I know it's like, see, the lag is even worse when I do the live streams where it switches between shit. Yeah. I hit the mute button on accident, like playing with shit. And I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this shit. I hopefully make it look like I care a little bit because I'm so bad with this shit. But yeah, man. So what's new with y'all? I'm gonna give it a little while, so for people to come in, and then we're gonna go on. We're gonna talk about some of the questions left, which I have. One guy's email he sent me about his scenario. So that's gonna be he was the first person to send me something. Then I'm gonna go to the other questions. But first, what's new with y'all? Cheers. Hey, Dark Rebel, how's it going? Thanks, Trojan Magician. Word up. So we just chilling. I gotta get a new camera, man, because I can see my quality in y'all. And where's this got a message? AD is a huge KS fan. I guess Kevin Samuels. I don't know. I think his show's good. I don't really watch many other people very often anymore. I used to watch a bit of, like Donovan Sharp and some of Better Batch. I just stopped. I don't know, man. I just stopped. How's the vibe in Prague? Worth visiting? The tourism's going up. So it's slowly getting back to how it used to always be. So I'd say it's a pretty good time to come visit now. I'd say about a month or two ago, it wasn't like ideal because people out here were still kind of scared to travel. And then on top of that, people were scared to travel, and on top of that, it was a lot of rules with traveling. Because I don't know if how long anybody who may be watching, but when I was in Kiev, a big thing back then was like, okay, over here in Europe, like, imagine in the U.S., like if every state had their own rules and laws on coming to them, right? Well, that's how it was over here. Like every country had their own rules and laws. Like, well, we'll let you come in if you came from here, but we're not going to let you come in unless you've been out your home country for 2 weeks. And like every country was like super fucking like super different and super and pretty like awkward on that international relations standard. Like everybody was just getting real weird. But now everything's cooling down. Like I went down and walked by Charles Bridge. So I had a stomachache all this morning, man. But it got a little bit better. So I walked down around Charles Bridge. And like if you trying to see tourists, just walk down by Charles Bridge like that, because all the tourists go there. Or like in the center, like where Palladium, like in the center. Man, I want to go to Czech for real. Cool, man. Yeah, do it. You're ahead of the curve with the whole pay for play thing. Oh, Charlie Lee. I was thinking about that when I was on a train earlier today, man. Like, cause yeah, like that whole thing of society shaming men for okay. That my tagline is this, man. To be woman is to be prostitute. That's just what it is. And so like the other manosphere guys, they could try to pretend like, oh, never pay for pussy. Like, motherfucker, you paying for pussy in one way or another. I prefer just to go out and just pay a woman flat out to just immediately bypass the games and all that stuff and just get exactly to the fucking point. I'm not going to go buy a nice car or buy a house and buy clothes and buy all this shit because I'm trying to pull bitches. Like, I'll do that for me, but I'm not trying to do that to pull bitches. So, but there's some guys out there who would do that. You see, and in reality, they're spending a whole, and then after that, they still got to take the bitch out and do all that. So like my philosophy is this, man. To be woman is to be prostitute. Now it's just how blatantly is she gonna put it out there for you? That's the fucking difference in my book. That's the difference. Hey, what's this? Onasi says, can you share your experience with the most attractive Russian woman you've ever been with? I want to know how they get down in the sheets. Okay, so my experience with Russian girls is this. It's probably half and half hookers and half like regular girls and half hookers, half straight up hookers and half regular. And really enough, the regular ones that were in the U.S. But no, there was two. I think I had here two. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but there was two that I can remember clearly that I had here. The Russian girls. Okay, here's the thing, man. And this is what I tell people. Because people always ask like Russian girls. See, these Slavic / Russian girls, they have this appeal specifically through modeling and porn because they have a certain way about how they just walk and stand and look at shit. Like it's just like their power is in standing, like for real, not like just general basic woman's power, but like what makes them stand out is more beautiful. It's just how they just. It's just how they just exist, right? It's something about how they just stand, how they just walk, how they move. It's hard to say, but I say this: they can't dance. When they start dancing, that's when that shit falls apart. They're like they gotta stand. As soon as they start trying to move to a little beat, it's like you are not your penis will deflate after that shit. So they start trying to dance and shit. That dancing don't work for them. But they stand there. They will dress up perfectly to the T. All that shit is when they dance or when they start talking too much, like most women. But it's worse with the Russians, in my experience. Because I was talking to somebody about this from the channel, because he asked me this question too, and in my opinion, Russian and Ukrainian / Russian women are what American women really think they are and dream to be. Meaning, like, with those bitches, it's all about money with them. It's all about money, or maybe they got something for you if you're a little exotic and they feel like it can boost their social morale by fucking with an exotic dude and letting her friends see it type of thing. Or maybe some girls just may like something exotic from time to time or just get horny from time to time. But their thing is money. And then with that, another great example. When it comes to performing in the bed, right? For some reason, a lot of European girls do not do well with blowjobs. They don't give good blowjobs here. They don't do it. Russian girls do though. Russian girls get that shit. Like they have that same entitlement. And American girls, if you get a good American girl, like she's good. Like I remember because when I was here before. Like the very first time I came to Prague, I was missing a good blowjob. So the first thing I did when I went back was get girls to give me blowjobs. And it was like, I was like, man, it had been 2 years since I had a good blowjob, like a good blowjob. But yeah, AD, how do I get an Afghan women now they're migrating here to the U.S.? I mean, just walk up to them. I don't know what the fuck Afghanistan. I've never been there. I don't know what that shit's like. But I mean, I would say just from the sheer basic of just the reality of America being a media powerhouse, English, I would say you'd be fine. Just walk up to them. They in America. You know what I'm saying? It would be like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, a foreign dude, like, like a French dude coming to fucking, University of Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Just walk in because y'all foreign at that point. And on top of that, the receiver is getting a benefit for you being foreign. It's one of them things. So I would say just walk up to him, start talking to him, and just tell him what it is. Tell him. Flat out. Why do women like to put on facade if they're so mentally strong? Oh, because they're not mentally strong. Solar H. Because they're not mentally strong. Chris D. Shawman says, hey, what they do, nice to see you, brother. Hey, nice to see you too, man. What about Russian girls who want you to choke her? What was she like? What about the Russian girl? Oh, yeah, I was talking about her last night too. Yeah. I mean, she was cool. She was just one of those girls like while I was talking to somebody last night about it. She was one of those girls. you wouldn't know it until you got to talking to her, got in there. But she was one of those girls who you just start choking her, and she would just do like she would just fall. She would just do anything. So like yeah, if you got, I'm sure everybody's seen that porn where usually it's like in Amsterdam or some shit. Like they'll just take a naked bitch on a leash and just walk her down in like the middle of a street with like people outside watching, and they'll go in the bars and fuck those girls exist. The hard part is those girls don't broadcast it. And the other hard part is, a lot of girls, a lot of girls will get shy and all that shit. I'm sure y'all seen the porn where they'll take them back and interview them and ask them how it was, and they'll say, "Oh, I had a good time," blah blah, and all that shit like that. They totally exist for sure, for sure. That's the type of stuff you like, AD. I know. Oh, choking bitches, yeah. Was the Russian girl thick? No, Mario, no. The Russian girl wasn't thick. She was that tall, slender, typical Slavic, typical Slavic girl. Yeah, typical Slavic, tall, thin, not big tits, not big ass, but she did, but it works. That it's that Russian girl, it's that Slavic girl thing they have. It works. Hey D, if you break the ego of a girl and she gets so mad that she insulted you, like mad, but she didn't block you completely, is that a shit? Well, Eric, it depends on how you did it and what the situation was. But the fact that she acknowledged you meant that you definitely got on her on some, deep shit. But I would just say don't go back looking for a conversation out of her. Let her come in contact you. She's okay. If you did that to her, she's probably following you right now on some type of media. You just don't know it yet. She's probably stalking your page right now. What do you do? What do you think of hijab prevent women from getting addicted to male attention? I have no idea. I can't speak on that. I don't even know how that works for real. The hijab shit. So I can't answer that at all. AD cooking. One of the most consistent masculine voices of our time. Respect from Soweto, South Africa. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Why do women who get passed around always get sleeve tattoos? Okay, blue collar lifestyle. The reason why women end up getting sleeve tattoos, okay, because here's the thing, man. Like, woman always wants to feel like she's fucking. Woman always wants to feel like she's doing something of value or doing something that is independent and special, right? Like she always wants to feel like she found that new fucking road, that new path. They want to feel like it's like children. You see what I'm saying? It's like children want to feel a kid always wants a job. Little kids, they always want a job. They always want to do something. They always because they want to feel like they did it. Now they don't want to do it all the time. They just want to do it, for the moment it's gonna make them feel good. And you know what I'm saying? That kid, that childish shit. But then the sleeve tattoos always come in. Hang on. The sleeve tattoos come in. Okay, because there's differences. The sleeve tattoos or like the little small ankle foot tattoos. Those are two different things. Like the little small tattoo on their arm. There's like one little small little tattoo. Right, y'all. Small little, it'll just be like a little outline or something like that. See, these tattoos and like a whole sleeve tattoo and like the gauge earrings or whatever the fuck. See, those are two different scenarios. So when they get these little cute little Mickey Mouse tattoo, or like some little cursive writing on they little wrists right here, right? We see when they do shit like that's their feeble attempt at trying to do something that could be recognized as badass in the world, right? But they don't want to be too badass to where they afraid they may not get a job later or some shit like that. It's just enough badass to where she feels like she had a little taste of being badass. You know what I'm saying? Now. Okay, and again, when she gets that little tattoo, she paid for that. All right, that little wrist tattoo or that little smidgen tattoo right here, or a little anklet tattoo. When she gets that, yeah, see, she paid for that, right? That's when you know she paid for it. So when the bitches get these fucking the whole sleeve shits, That's because she's either fucking a tattoo artist or she knows a tattoo artist wants to fuck her and is either giving it to her for free or giving her like a severe discount for it. So she's like, okay, well it's free. I'm not paying for it. Might as well get a whole sleeve. Or he wants to fuck. Like she's gonna get that money back out of him some way. From my experiences, that's usually what that's what it would come out to. Lee, you see your comment. I hope he sees my comment. Was it lean? Let me find it. Lean. I can't find it. And I don't want to get because if I start clicking, I'll fuck around and accidentally X out of this shit and not know how to get it back on. I can't find it. AD, can you still add EU payment cards to your site? I want to support you, but I can't because I don't have a credit card. Oh, well, Eric, I have Bitcoin. I'm so bad with advertising shit that would even possibly benefit me. This is how bad I am with advertising shit, man. I don't not advertise because I'm just on some old asshole dickhead. I don't advertise shit because I'm just bad with advertising shit, right? Which I also had a good idea too, which I'm gonna bring up that idea later because I've been getting offers to do advertising. But no, I have a Bitcoin. I've been meaning to put the link up for a while. I just keep forgetting to do it. But you don't have a credit card, EU payment. Evolution says, I was working with a girl who has a small key tattoo on her hand. She slept with 3 of the coworkers at my job. Yeah. I'm going to repost it real quick. Okay. I see you, Lee. You're going to repost. Peace, Lee. What are some ways to tell when someone is trying to scam you? Bitcoin. Oh, you ain't on Bitcoin, Zuki? This is, what are some ways to tell when someone is trying to scam you? It really depends on what it is, but usually if they're just if they're going out of their way to fucking agree with you with no counter argument or no negatives and shit like that, that's a good way to figure it out. Really, man, just know what you deserve and for what price. That's what I say. Just know what you deserve and at what price. My nose is like itching, but I don't have to blow it. YouTube ruined this app with ads. Word. Do y'all see ads on my videos? Because I didn't monetize. None of my videos are monetized. So if there's ads on my shit, like YouTube did that. I didn't do that. Ohio's finest stage, Jimmy Walker. Boy, if my girl knew I was still watching you, saw a vid on Prague Nightlife, you still out there, keep up. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm in Prague, yeah. Yeah, I just had that other shelf behind me, but we moved that out to the other room. How you doing? Hey, Mark, how's it going? No abs. No ads. I guess that means no ads. Okay. One of your vids has an ad on it. Yeah, okay. If it does, I didn't do that. YouTube did that. Streamlabs lets you accept donations. I didn't know that either. Okay. So, let me see. Let me zooming out. Where the fuck? Okay. No, that's not where I was going. Okay. How long have I been on now? I've been live 20. I'm going to get about 10 more minutes. I'm going to start going over the emails and questions and shit. Hello, hey, from Mexico. What's up, man? How's it going? Bro, how's the economy out there? Is the cost of living and goods rising? Well, the rent is slowly going up a little bit, but as far as like food, well, the price, well, okay, see, that's the thing. After coronavirus, countries are just behind on money. So for example, like the public transportation, the tickets here to ride a train or a bus, they went up a little bit. To make up for like all that tourism that we usually buy, train tickets for about a year when all that shit was fucked up and nobody was traveling for about it. So they had to raise the tickets like, maybe what's that? Maybe like by 30 cents or something like that. Which would definitely add up over time, but any sexy gypsy women where you're at? Well, there's always going to be a few good-looking ones. But the thing is, man, they like, okay, see over here, man, they got a lot more to compete with. So in America they'd be able to get away with how they dress, but over here they really can't get away with that and still be like top of the game over here. But some of the girls, yeah, some of us, well, gypsy's like an offensive name to call them, but some of them, Roma, they yeah, they'll look good for real. But like I said, they just okay, here's the thing, man. Where a lot of them fuck up over here is like because I think there's a couple of them that live on the street that I live on. Where they fuck up is they go out and get this fake Gucci shit and fake Louis Vuitton, like all the most, like this is where like, and this mentality is not just in Europe, it's around the world, man. Like they go out and get this fake clothing with like the writing all on it, and then they're pushing like, a $15 baby stroller up the street, and on top of that, like when they get this fake clothes like Gucci, like you can tell they washed it in like fucking dollar store fucking soap, and it's like wrinkling up and all, but they wearing it like and trying to walk like it's like it's a fucking $900 t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to own it, like motherfucker, like that shit. It looks like it's that desperate need to feel like they got some expensive shit, man, and it fucks them up. It fucks them up. We're moving from Los Angeles. Word up. Any tips for a guy just about to finish high school? Which that's actually what some of the questions are for this live stream. A tip for a guy about to finish high school, I tell you this, man. Was rule one, like any guy's gonna tell you, work on yourself. Just dive fucking face first into whatever your thing is that you want to work on in your life. Whatever your thing is, just dive fucking face first into that and just do it. Just learn from whoever. Don't worry about looking bad or anything like that because you about 18 years old. Man, you got years to fix whatever you could fuck up or anything. So don't worry about looking like you lost or looking like, you're lesser. Just go and just look and just tell people like, look, this is what I'm trying to do and I want to be the best at it and I'm going to try it. And you'll be surprised how many motherfuckers will work with you. And whatever you decide to focus on, people will steer you in the right direction and tell you to check this out, blah, blah, blah. Like, just dive into it. No, that's step one. Step two, don't pay women, like learn women's nature, but don't pay them so much attention. I know you want to get pussy and all that stuff like that, but at the same time, like don't like hyper focus on it, and that's where I'm going later on with because somebody asked me about the black pill shit, which okay, with the black pill shit, this is a side rant about that. The black pill shit is not necessarily wrong. But I think where it fucks up is they hyper focus on it. They're hyper into it. Like I'm not gonna say, well, the few things that I've ever seen from them, they weren't wrong, but it's just hyper focusing on it. And that hyper focus is what bitches should be doing, not men. That hyper focus on your nose being 2 centimeters too wide or your chin being 4 centimeters off to the right and all that shit. No, you supposed to see. Let me tell you something, man. Look, a dude who got half his face burnt off will go out there and pull a bad bitch because of what he created within himself. Fuck his face and all that shit. Like I said, I'm not. But again, I'm not saying what they do preach is logical shit. Okay, I'm not negating that, but they're hyper focusing on it, and when you start to hyper focus on that world, and then comparing yourself as equal to a woman and what woman wants, I'll tell you this. I'll tell any Elon. Let me tell you something. Elon Musk himself. Let's just say. So let's say Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. If that was a real motherfucker, Tony Stark could not keep up with that cute 19-year-old down the street from you. If that cute 19-year-old girl wanted to take off and get out there like that, Iron Man couldn't keep up with her. All right? And I think that's where a lot of this black pill resentment in the world and all that shit is coming from, because it's that sad realization and acceptance of that look, that 19-year-old girl has the fucking world at her fingertips, and all she gotta do is figure out who she should fuck next. And if she's on that and trying to maneuver her pussy right, that's all she got to do. The Iron Man couldn't keep up with that, all right? Because at the end of the day, Iron Man still has to create something. All that 19-year-old girl has to do is be 19 and don't get fat and take a bath. So she don't need money in the bank. She don't need a college education. All she needs to do is just don't get fat and wear something tight so you can see her body and pick the motherfucker she wants to go sit up under. But again, realizing that and living with it and not getting mad about it takes, effort. Because if Elon Musk fuck around and sign the wrong paper tomorrow and lose all that shit, all them bitches that think they want to fuck him, they gonna be gone real quick. This is about what he can make. This is about what that man can create. That woman just exists as woman. No resentment, just happy. Word up. Your vids and advice helped me get a girl to mount my equipment while I was eating good chili she had made for me beforehand and watching TV. Oh, my vid, thanks a lot, Lee. Went from a simp to a guy who calls female dogs to their face. So yeah, thanks, sir. Comment above. Oh, thanks. How does a short guy that is 5'4" get girls? You just try. Just try. You got to figure out see, that's another thing. I never try to sell myself as a dating coach, man. Like, I can speak in general terms, but I will never sell myself as a dating coach because there's so many intricacies that's going on with that shit, man. But at 5'4", look, don't worry about that shit, man. Like, look, bitches will say anything because they feel like other bitches are saying it too. They'll say anything, or they'll get the, what you call it, like, I think gay do, like, the beard. They'll get the beard. They'll get, the guy who they want people to see him with out in public, and they be getting gang banged by the group of dudes she really wants, in her off time. Don't listen to when bitches say they want this and that and this and that and this and that. Look, that is nothing but dingbat bitches living in their own fucking idiotic heads because they trying to follow other dingbat bitches living in their own dingbat idiotic heads. Don't pay that shit no. I gotta have a guy that's this and he's gotta do that and this and that. And look, how many times have you ever heard of a woman getting what she wanted and was actually happy with it? Think about that. Have you ever heard of a woman get anything in life and then truly be content with it longer than 15 minutes? I rest my case. Fucking period. When they talk, look, don't worry about how tall you are, man. Don't worry. I remember there's a little dude, I'm calling him a little dude, but he was a short dude at school. He's probably like 5 foot. And yeah, he got a girlfriend now. I see him on Facebook. I think we friends on Facebook. I forget his name. He's probably like 5 foot tall. And he'd try to get girlfriends. And, he would fail. And he'd get back up and try again. And he'd fail. And he'd get back up and try again. He got a girl. Like, him and his girl, they've been together for some years now. That was back when I was going to Sinclair. It's a short dude. Short, light-skinned dude. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, D-Chap. Now, you cannot try to give a woman anything she wants. Yeah, because as soon as you do that, like, with that shit, like, man, look, women don't know what they want. Women want whatever they think other women. Women think they want whatever they think other women think they want. All right, if you let them get to talking and say some shit, like, if you really get them talking on some honest shit, they'll tell you, I don't know. But if you get them on that fucking superficial, dumb fucking Instagram shit and shit, sitting in cars talking on to their phone, they'll come up with all these fucking just myths of creatures of men that, well, to them might as well be myths of creatures, because if that's what they want, then they would have went out and got it. So they can't get it. All right, one. And two, most of the time that guy just really doesn't fucking exist. Or it's a severe rarity. Don't listen to bitches, man. I'm 5'4". For one, you definitely need to be in shape, dress well, project your voice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See that height shit, man. Like, yeah, Kevin Hart's 5'5". Yeah, I remember because I thought that was crazy when I found out he was shorter than me. Like, but yeah, like that height shit, that shit don't matter, man. That like bitch, like I say, bitches say they don't know what they want. When it comes to like, well, it's gotta be a certain height, he's gotta be this, he's gotta be that. And now some girls just want to feel like they're smaller than the man. And I think that's where a lot of this shit came from. Like, some girls just want to feel like they're small, and in a man's arms. Like some girls don't like skinny dudes. Some girls like fat dudes. So like I remember a good friend of mine, him and his brother and his mama, they all was big and fat, right? So whenever I'd hang around them, I've always been small. Like I've just gained like muscle as I got older, but I was always, like real skinny. And so when I'd hang around them, and the girls would always like talk down on me, saying like you too skinny, because I'd be hanging out with them because the girls like them because they was big. And so like some girls, because some girls don't like skinny dudes, some girls don't like fat dudes, whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, see, this is what men got to understand. This is what that black pill shit has to understand, man. Like as a man, you can't pay attention to that. As a man, if you pay too much attention to what other motherfuckers want, you gonna find yourself paralyzed. And you gonna find yourself paralyzed. You won't be able to move because no matter where you go, you gonna find somebody that doesn't like this and likes that and likes this and doesn't like that, and you gonna find yourself jumping from one fucking hoop to the next trying to figure out, and then lost yourself fucking 1,500 miles back. So you will never win that. That is for women. That game is for women to chase what they think people want. That game is not for men. Man has to be courageous. Woman is not courageous. There is not a courageous bone in a woman's body. And I've said that before. There is not a courageous bone in a woman's body. And you know what courage is? Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is having fear and choosing to move and choosing to work with it. See, woman, as soon as she feels that fear, she's trying to get comfortable again. I gotta get comfortable. She will sell her grandmother's pussy to feel comfortable. All right? Because woman does not have a courageous bone in her fucking body. She doesn't have it. You see, and this black pill shit is damn near trying to push that. The black pill is damn near trying to push that shit, that logic onto men. That should have well, you gotta look a certain way or it's not gonna work. No, see, as a man, you gotta have courage. You have to be scared that you gonna fail and then learn to work through it anyway. And then you fuck around and pull some shit that you didn't even think you could pull. Cause you wanna know why? Cause courage does that. Bitches don't do that. Why? Cause bitches don't have courage. Bitches don't do that. And that black pill is veering motherfuckers towards that shit. Your nose got to be a centimeter off to the right. I broke my fucking knee so I could be 5 inches taller. Break it, bro. Are you serious? Breaking your a motherfucker will break his own damn knees to get and have to relearn how to walk for a fucking piece of shit hooker that has been ran through by dudes who, if you want to break that, who be worse than him. This motherfucker has sold he has stumbled down to that bitch area. Like bitches, they will break their fucking bones to please a motherfucker. A motherfucker will break his knees to get taller in hopes and have to relearn how to walk. You have to relearn how to walk because you thought you was getting ready to get a chance at some pussy that a month that. Whew. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Almost lost it there. Whew. break your legs. Are you sick? This motherfucker walked in. Think about a motherfucker will walk into the. He will look a doctor dead in his face and say, I won't be taller. Can you break my legs, please? Like, I know that doctor is rolling. I know he is laughing his fucking like this dumb motherfucker is getting ready to do because he wants a girlfriend. Break his fucking so he had to go in there. This motherfucker. Could you imagine AD going in a fucking hospital, right? With the fuck putting on the gown and shit. You out get ready to get my legs broke. Get ready to get my legs broke. And they come in and put you in it like get ready to get my legs broke. When I wake up and be taller. And them motherfuckers bring out a fucking sledgehammer. Bop! Bop! And then, yo, man, then you gotta relearn how to walk after that. You don't just get up and just walk home like, yeah, I'm 5 inches taller. You gotta relearn how to walk. Yo, get the fuck out of here, man. No. You gotta relearn how to walk. Rubber Band Man from Static Shock. That surgery comes with complications that could be long. I'm sure that shit be motherfuckers be fucked up just to get a bitch who would drink piss in a club bathroom straight from a dude's dick. She in there drinking piss. This motherfucker done broke his damn knees for this bitch. The fuck out of it. Like, me, motherfucker, you better learn how to be happy by yourself and buy a damn PlayStation or a puppy or some shit. I can get ready to break my legs. I will happily jack my dick off the porn instead of go do some shit like that and just wait my turn to go find another bitch. You got me fucked up breaking my damn legs. The fuck? You're gonna get my legs broke. Well, hey, when you get your legs broke? On the 15th of next month? Oh, word, cool. Like, could you imagine the conversations that motherfucker had with his homies and shit? Yo, you had an operation? No, I ain't had my legs broke yet, B. That's fucking crazy. Alana Rose, she in there, that bitch in there drinking her own puke and piss. A motherfucker will break his legs to get at a chance at her pussy. The fuck out of here. That motherfuckers got me fucked up breaking my damn legs for some pussy. The fuck out of here. There's also a big risk of your muscles just completely tearing apart because they can't get used to the length of the bone. That's fucking deep, man. That's deep. There's no way. I would jack my dick off I would just jack off. I'll just stay home, jack the fuck off the point. See, because when I'm around, especially girls I know, it's like this is no secret. I will tell bitch, I will jack off the porn and look, I don't need my ego stroked by getting pussy. I will happily jack off the porn. All right? Happily. I am not afraid. I am not ashamed to admit that shit. I will tell anybody. I will jack off the porn or buy a fucking hooker and keep my day moving. The fuck out of here. I don't need that validation. I'm cool. Do you remember 2 Girls, 1 Cup? Yeah, I remember that shit. There was like puking and pooping in a cup and like eating the shit and puke. Yeah, that was the idea. That was like the big thing. I think was that was it the early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s. Actually, because I'm gonna go over a Patrice O'Neal video later too. But he went on that topic like what would you really miss if your girlfriend left you? And if you really, as a man, like, what would you really have to think? If y'all don't got kids, what would you, if you really think about it, with the girlfriend in your life, like, what would you, if she left you, what would you really miss? And this is something, like, I agree 1,000% with him. He said, what the reality of it is, you're not really missing a girl. It's your ego that's getting hurt because motherfucker feels, because he needs that validation and feel that he owns the bitch. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what really hurts. It's not that woman. It's not really much you miss from that woman that you can't go out and get from another one. It's that ego. That ego is what hurts people. Yeah, her holes. Yeah, yeah. Do you still watch Facial Abuse? Their most recent videos. I haven't seen much of them, man. No, I haven't watched much of them. I'll be real with you. The reason why, like, I'll be real about it, man. It's just that it's that thing. Like, once you play music, then like certain songs just don't do it for you anymore because you kind of figured out the magic in it. Well, when the dude when the dude was emailing me, that Duke dude that runs that shit, he was watching the live stream and we was talking, and now that I done talked to the motherfucker, it killed that whole like it killed the magic in it for me, like, because they're like, damn, like I wrote this motherfucker that's talking, talking to this bitch saying like swallow the dick and all, like I talked to that motherfucker, so now I felt kind of like gay to watch the porn with with the motherfucker that I talked to fucking them like that. Like I don't, it was just this weird thing in my head, man. What if you say a derogatory term to a woman and she slaps you in disgust? Well, okay, and the whole big thing, and motherfuckers can take this in many different ways, but the big thing is you got a reaction. You got an emotional reaction out of her, which is still better than ending up being the nice guy, right? You got that as long as you get an emotional reaction out of them, you still in a better position than just being a nice guy. Like once you end up the nice guy, you can't, you ain't got nothing to work with unless. Well, even if y'all start hanging out because you was a nice guy and she gets drunk and wants sex out of you, like she's still categorizing you in that nice guy role that she can just use whenever she feels like it, type of shit. You see what I'm saying? But now if you said a derogatory term and she slapped you, well, see, it's still instilled it now. Yeah, that is a negative thing, and I wouldn't advise doing it. But the reality of it is, you still don't register as that motherfucker she could just use whenever she wants to. She's still afraid to ask you for something, type of shit. like you know what I'm saying? So you still are in a good position with her pussy in the long game. AD, what do you think about countries like Japan will do since feminism is causing a decrease in birth rate? I don't know, man, but I've heard a friend of mine, he's real into that culture. So, because he'll tell me a lot of shit about it, man. I don't know. I don't know anything about Japan. Hey, Austria, do you have any merch with Do the Math? Yeah, I think it's in the description. It goes into that page. I made a page where it had T-shirts and stuff. I need to update that shit. Oh, yeah, easy peasy. If you watch me, I meant to write you back, man. My bad. But I do. It's in the description for like clothing and shit. It's a mug and it's a shirt, and a hoodie, I think. But like I said, I tell you not to buy it unless you just want to, because in my opinion, it's a little expensive. And from what I was here, because I wasn't gonna do it, but I sent out a poll, I think on Patreon, and people said no, like that's the normal price for shit like that. So like I would tell you not to buy it because I wouldn't push. I think there's like $30 or $40 something like that for a hoodie. Like I wouldn't tell you to buy it. I think it's too expensive, but I just went ahead and made it anyway. In case some people just want to support. So it's like cool. If you just want to support, that's cool too. But like I would tell you not to buy it. I think it's too expensive, to be honest. And that's fucked up because that's my own shit. Shit that I'm selling. I'm telling you, don't buy it. It's too expensive. But that's just what I think about it. Honestly. You should start streaming games, sir. Trust me, I think most of us don't care about equality as long as your slick hindsight is talking. Yeah, I gotta. Oh, thanks a lot, Dewar. Okay, yeah, there's a link in the description for it. But yeah, I gotta get that. Because I made a gaming channel on Twitch, but I never did go through with it. Why didn't I do that shit? Because I know I need that. Oh, that's right. Because I had that older MacBook, and the Elgato capture card, like that old MacBook just couldn't run it, man. It was fucked up. It couldn't. So, but this is that new M1, so this one should run it fine. So I'll probably go get an Elgato capture card and like stream me playing, because all I play is Gran Turismo online. Right? All I play on my PlayStation is racing, simulation racing. So I stream and and talk while I'm racing against motherfuckers on there. And you can learn a lot of wisdom in racing too. So if anybody's into simulation racing, you guys can elaborate on that, man. You can learn a lot from racing about like characteristics. Racing and chess. I play a lot of chess and I play a lot of simulation racing. Well, Gran Turismo is like a simulation / arcade for real, but it has the look of a simulator, but it's like the physics are still a little arcadey. I mean, but it's what they could do on a PlayStation, you know. But if you start talking PC, a set of Corsa is like my real shit. Like I love a set of Corsa. But you can learn a lot about personalities and wisdom and shit like that. You can learn how to read people just from playing simulation racing. Like you can read people and what they'll do, like what they're used to, where they're used to being. Yeah, you can read a lot in people from there, especially over here in Europe. Well, you could do it anywhere for real, but you'll be matched up with people from all over the world. So then you'll start to notice consistencies from certain countries of people. Like for example, like in chess, when I play chess online, yeah, I can stream through PlayStation, but I had to get that camera, and I never got the camera because it just wasn't in stock here in Czech Republic. I tried to get the camera, it wasn't. But so anyway, when I play chess online, you start to notice, well, I do start to notice consistencies based off like where they're from. So Russians and Germans tend to have this. Well, no, I say Russians are very fucking analytical. Like Russians are very cold and calculating. Like very cold and calculating. I've noticed that whenever I play a Russian, like I pretty much can tell it's a Russian before I actually look in the profile and see where they're from. I can usually tell it's a Russian because they're very cold and very fucking calculating, right? Most of the time, they're like, and they're so cold and calculating, it's to the point where it gets annoying to play them because you just kind of get bored. And the good news is that you're on a time limit, so it can't just take 12. Because if you let a Russian, the average Russian on chess that I play, if you let them, they'll let that game go on for 10 hours. All right, so it's a 10-minute time limit on the game. But even then, they're really good too. But like they're really good. Germans, there's a similarity with them in chess and racing, where they're cold and calculated too, but not as strictly cold as the Russians. It's a different feel when you get around Russians. It's hard to explain. Yeah, it's hard to explain. But they have, like, the Russians and chess and shit, like, the chess, it's a different type of cold. Germans are very mechanical, too. It's this mechanical movement with them. They're very mechanical, too. Now, when you get to, like, Italy, Spain, and French, they get emotional real quick, like how people say like the African American community is like it's that like if they feel like they were cheated or something, like they immediately want to just hit you kind of thing. Like they'll immediately just start, especially in racing, like if they felt like they shouldn't have lost that position, they'll just run you off the track to hold on to that position, even if it's fucking like 7th place. And there's no chance of winning. Like they just don't want anybody to pass them. like it's that immediate fucking like emotional response out of them. Used to live in Italy and Germany. Word up, that's cool, man. Germans are more individualistic, or Russians are kind of hive-minded in a sense. I think that's a definite term. Maybe, I don't know, but that's just what I've seen from playing chess and Gran Turismo. So if you play Gran Turismo, you're in Europe, you know what I'm talking about. Like it'll like set you up with people and it'll show you where all the flags are from. But yeah. Average chess players are normally better thinkers, even if you play leisurely. Yeah, I play a lot, man. I played all this because they was cutting. I was gonna make a video this morning, but they was cutting grass outside so loud, it was no way I could have recorded a video. So I just played chess like all morning with my stomach hurting because I ate some pepper soup this morning. Can you do an analysis on Trisha Paytas? The video where she says legal age of consent should be raised to 25. I didn't even know that was a thing. Dude, gaming plus red pill would be dope. Thanks. I've heard of Ark Survival. I think when it first came out, like it was real janky at first. That's what I kind of got from it. It was real janky. I never played it, but I heard it. I heard of it, and I heard it was like No Man's Sky. Like they fixed it up, so now it's like pretty fucking awesome. But like when it first came out, like No Man's Sky. But here's the thing: I liked No Man's Sky when it first came out. Like when it was just bare bones, because I just liked how you can fly up to a massive plane. I had a 4K. This was back when I was in Ohio before I ever came to Prague, and I had a 4K monitor. I was playing on PC. I just liked how you can like fly up to like massive fucking planets and then actually like go into the planet type of shit. I didn't even care about shooting or killing nothing. You see animals and different plants. All you could really do back then was just mine shit. You know, you really couldn't. There wasn't any type of threat or anything. You just walked on planets and seen it and sold it for like, you know, shit for your ship, I think, like that. But I like that. I liked it how it started. Afghanistan right now. What's your opinion on Afghanistan right now? I don't even know enough to speak about it intelligently, man. I don't know. I can't say anything about. I see it in my Czech Facebook page, but I don't know anything about it, man. No Man's Sky is a game we should play together. Word. I ain't played it since when it first came out. But yeah, when I get my gaming shit going, we definitely can play together. Subnautica. Oh, the underwater shit with a dude swimming. I think that's it. I think that's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna get to this to the questions that I posted on my fucking page. So the first one comes from a watcher. He says, "Hey Wendell, let me make it so it looks a little better, look a little more lined up." It says, "Thanks for being willing to help with my situation. So a little background on my situation. My girl and I are athletes. Could have went pro, but had knee injury. So with that being said, she does have a few pro athletes who she knows from her college, and a few who just follow her on Instagram, but just because she looks good. That's that's to be expected. Right on, right on. However, she doesn't message or talk to any of them and isn't a clout chaser. I verified by going through her DMs by randomly asking her to let me see her phone. We've been dating for almost half a year now, and I moved to a city 4 hours away, 2 months, to become a firefighter. She's planning to move to the same city once she's done coaching her team. She's always texting and Snapchatting me first. I only send a few messages a day. The only time she gets my attention is when I see her in person or through a video streaming site, which is like once or twice a week. She's proved she has a good attitude and she's invested. She cooks, she pays for Airbnbs every time we see each other actively. Want to meet my parents and introduce me to her family. Talks about me every day, almost to her friends and family, and tells me she loves me every day now. Yeah, this sounds like a good situation. The fact that she took it up. The fact that she took it on herself to pay for shit. Because see, like all women know they know that proper balance in that shit, man. All of them. So they're like, I want a man to pay for my meals, pay for that. Like, she knows when it slowly becomes her time to start chipping in. And so it's on her to decide if she's actually going to do it or not. And depending on what she decides, that's how you know what you got. Is if she takes that initiative to try to do something in your life. So from the looks of it right now, it sounds like it's not a bad scenario. It sounds like she's on the right track. It sounds like she's on the right track. She had a few months where she partied in college her freshman year, but quit because she realized it wouldn't get her what she wanted to get a serious relationship. She doesn't even sip alcohol. She did have a guy she dated for 3 years. She broke up with just 4 months prior to meeting me, and I was skeptical that I wasn't just a rebound for her for the first few months. Which that's a good thought to have. Turns out she wanted to leave him for a year and a half, but just stuck it out to try and make it work. Yeah, well, yeah. In other words, she pulled a monkey branch. She monkey branched to you. Yeah. But I mean, that's just what all women are going to do. That most women are not going to just break up and just stay single. All right. Most of them are going. They're going to have a dude. Like I said, to women, it's all about social status, man. No woman ever wants to come off as she's single and not desirable. So she will. And what happens is a lot of guys mistake that for the woman being loyal to them when they're going through a rough patch. That a lot of guys will mistake it for that. That the fact that she's holding out with you and y'all going through a rough time and y'all working through it. A lot of guys will misinterpret that as, oh, she's like super loyal, blah, blah, blah. No, like she just hasn't found a better guy to monkey branch off to in many situations. I'm not saying your situation will end up like this, but a lot of guys will do that. For me, so he continues. For me, I was over American women and wasn't planning to see anybody seriously, but she checks off all my boxes so far and attitude wise. She's fifth most important to me. To me, she's the fifth. She's the fifth most important thing to me, time wise, after my job, parents, video games, and figuring out what to do as a side hustle. In both of you are your mid-20s. From all this, what am I doing right? And what do you think I can do, work on to keep things going smoothly? Okay. What can you do to keep to keep things going smoothly? Ultimately, number one, you got to understand that when it comes to that loyalty shit, it's up to her to decide who she's going to be loyal to. So, okay, for example, I can't think of any time with any girlfriend I've ever had that, I'm not saying what you did was wrong, but I can't remember any time where I've gone through a woman I was dating phone. I've never gone and I've never intrigued. I've never done that. I've never asked. I've never snuck and done it. Now, there was a time where one girl, she logged into somebody's profile in my Facebook, and she didn't log out, and I ended up reading the messages, and that was another way how I found out how fast girls can move, because she was talking to her friend, and yeah. But if I'm like seriously dating a girl, I like the ultimate hard reality is this, man. It's like how I was saying earlier with the Patrice O'Neal and what you're really trying to protect is your own ego, because at the end of the day, like, you will never ever own her, right? And any loyalty that she has for you and all that is because she convinced herself to be loyal to you, right? And so when you go through her shit like that, she knows that's what you're doing. Even if you told her, if you didn't tell her, she knows that you probably going through her phone. She's talked about it to her girlfriends, or they told her. She knows. Okay, the more you start to do that, like the more, like I would say, stop doing that. Because if she's gonna cheat on you, if she's gonna do all that, it's gonna eventually come out. If she's gonna cheat on you or you have a side dude, whatever the fuck, like don't pay that shit any attention. Because at this point, you're strictly trying to protect your own ego. You see what I'm saying? You got to because she is not your. If she wants to cheat on you, she's gonna cheat on you. If she wants to talk, if there's a dude at the gas station she likes or whatever the fuck like that, she's gonna do it. So don't, like with my girl. Like I look, I have never dove into any of her shit at work or her flat or none. I never. No, because if she's gonna do it, she's gonna do it. Now. When she does it, if she does it, don't get mad or just fucking bounce, because that's her decision to come up. And she knows. See, the woman knows what's right and what's wrong. She knows. You see what I'm saying? So if she cheats on you, and it gets so bad, she's cheating on you to where you actually find out about it, well, you know what she is. Bounce. Simple as that. But I think the hardest thing is to get over that. The hardest thing is to get over that deeper fucking drive to own her. Now, in the but here's the thing, because women want to be owned by men. That's fucking fact. They want to be owned by men. But the thing is, the tricky part is you can't want to own that one. Once it becomes clear, like, you want to own that one, that's when she gets all the power in it. She now has all the power for it. I remember it's funny that this came up, because I was thinking about that. Man, y'all remember that pretty girl I told y'all that was a receptionist at school that I got with? I remember, because she had a boyfriend when I met her, and her boyfriend was like fucking crazy. Like he was crazy over her. Like, if he seen anybody, if literally, I think there was a story she told me where a guy looked at her from his car while he was walking down the street, and he chased the car up the street, like mad angry type shit. But what that does is that gives her all the power in the relationship. She's the one in control. If you want to own her, that does nothing but give her the power of being. She's the one who is known, who is being pursued now, type of shit. She has the power. But yeah. But no, other than that, I would just say stop checking the stop checking her phone, and just stop checking. Everything else sounds, from what I get from here, everything else sounds like it's going about right. I would say just stop checking the phone, and just chill, just hang out, chill, come around. You know, it just if she does something foul, just like wait for her to give you a reason to bounce. You know what I'm saying? Wait for her to give you a reason to just leave, just bounce, bye. You know what I'm saying? But don't go sniffing for it, because if you go looking for it, you gonna find something. All right. The more if you go looking for it, you gonna start. It's gonna start fucking with your head, man. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's the one thing I would tell you to do. Stop going through her shit. Don't do it. Just ignore it. If anything, if you trying to buy something, put an ad out with her picture on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just known. Like if you put an ad out with a bitch on the front of it, oh, it's gonna be plenty of a desperate dudes trying to give her something. So you gonna get a better deal like that, use her like that. But no, don't. The only thing I would say is just don't go through her shit anymore, because it's gonna start fucking with, and you gonna find something, even if it's nothing. You gonna find something. I still got this text up. Do the math. So let me hit the comments up real quick. What we got? Once you give her the power, she thinks she's your queen, and she thinks she can do better. Yeah. See, like the kings are in hard positions, man. Like, especially if they don't have anybody to talk to about it, or they talking to the wrong motherfucker about it. So like the queen's job is to be desperate to be a queen. But a king's job is to keep moving and not even pay attention to the fact that he's a king, unless he's got responsibilities with that position, you know, like keeping his bills paid, shit like that. But a guy's position is to not even, you know, he's not trying to be a king. Like bitches have to try to be a queen. You see what I'm saying? And they spend their whole life chasing that ideal and that fucking chasing that image. Where when guys get it, like, we more value because we really ain't own it like that. I mean, we accept the responsibilities, but we ain't own it. Yeah, females, in the end, females do the choosing. But the hard part is, Berserk. The hard part is, yeah, in the end, they do choose who they gonna be loyal to for what reason. But the bad part is, by the time they realize that they really have to do it, a lot of times it's too late for the guys that they want. We need do the math. We need the merchandise, fam. Oh, so let me go. Hang on. Let me find. Okay. So the next question is, Nicholas says, talk a bit more about the black pill. Shit's going insane at a lot of interesting points, or at least more than before, because it was very nihilistic. That would be very interesting. Well, I talked about the black pill, right? But I'm not going to try to talk like the black pill in depth, because I'm damn sure not super into that shit, because I skimmed over it, and I can tell that shit is just gonna fuck with, like, it's gonna turn, yeah, it's gonna fuck with you, man. Because like I said earlier in this live stream, that black pill shit is gonna fucking, like, once you realize how fucking like all the options that women have for real, especially if she's a young and moderately attractive woman, once you realize how many options she has, like, that shit will be soul crushing, right? And on top of that, when you dive into, you know, what if you pay attention to what women say they want and really follow that shit, and you start listening to that shit, like what they say they want type of shit, like you there, and I made a video earlier this week about, like, look, like, the thing, and the other part is, what adds to it is that everybody can always use an extra piece of pussy. Every man on earth can always use an extra piece of pussy. He may not get to it now. He may not get to it a week. He may not get to it for a month. But he can always use some extra side pussy. So see, this is why when women get in online dating, they're flooded because every man can use an extra piece of side pussy. Every guy. So it's like they're not going to reject it. So with that being said, woman very rarely gets told no in the world. So that's why when they finally get told no, it's world breaking to them. But woman very rarely gets told no. And see, this is why you don't listen to woman, because she don't know what it's like to face rejection. She just doesn't know. But the thing, see, but men do, right? And men, when we face so much rejection, then we start to get that black pill shit in us and all that, and you start to pay attention to that, that will fucking warp your fucking brain to just being, just crushed. Stay away from that black pill shit, man. Stay away from that black pill. I'm going to hit the Ivy Bolt after we watch this Patrice O'Neal clip. Talk about why red pillars are frauds, fakes, unauthentic, weak, dishonest, and full of shit. Which I didn't even know that. That's news to me. I didn't even know that. How long have I been on? Let me see. I've been on about an hour. Because I've been tired all day. The weather changed, man. I've been tired all day. So we're going to watch this Patrice O'Neal clip. Then you're going to hit up Ivy Bolt's question.
I've been in the friend zone. First of all, it's pathetic. Second of all, you're starting off 2 cars behind. Say you're driving down a one-way street, and it's a small one-way street. And once you got 2 cars behind, man, I'm telling you, what happens is, as you're slowing down and she's moving ahead, you could get 3 cars behind, because a lot of times somebody pulls out in front of you, and now you're 3 cars behind, emotionally. And let me tell you, man, this is what I mean about the abuse thing, Daryl. What women are going to do is it's like children. I'm telling you. Is that once they don't know what satisfies them. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah. They don't know what's satisfying to them. So the abuse they give you that works when she knows that you are going to be the guy that hangs around and is going to be unhappy about not getting the pussy but still hang around. She does. It's like when you do comedy, okay? And I've been doing comedy a long time. Let me tell you something about my theory on bombing, okay? When you bomb, you don't try to pull out of it by making the crowd happier.
Trying harder.
You get out of it by making it worse. You just take 2 grenades and you toss them into the ground and you kill everybody. Because what you don't want is to give the audience the power to know that they can affect you, because they will not do what you think humans do, which is go, oh, he's having a bad time, let's help him through this. They go, ooh, I get to take my foot and run it on his neck and control him and have him beg for mercy. And they will fucking let you flail. So what you do is go, I control my destiny. Here's what you got to do. And I'm going to tell you, you started off backwards. There's no way to turn that around except for, like Dante said, take the chessboard and throw it in the air and start all over. I don't know with her, but you cannot start behind, dude. You cannot. Let me tell you something. You can't play a basketball game and spot the opponent 20 points. You can't do that. That's what women want you to do. They not only want you to say what's not important to you, but they're going to tell you what's important to them, dude. And what this does, and this is the other dude, Joe, it doesn't make them go, I want him. It makes them go, I'm going to control this guy because he's a pussy, and I want this type of thing in my life. Who's gonna come and plug the VCR up or plug the DVD player up in all those holes in the back of the LCDs now? Who's gonna come and move her refrigerator so that she can sweep in the back of it? Who's gonna do that? You, asshole!
Yeah. I want to touch on this, man. I want to touch on this part right here. Okay, every woman on earth, every woman, but the thing is, it's relative to her, right? It's relative to where she came up and how much money she's used to and all that shit like that. This right here, every woman on earth has this. And this is a great, whoever made this, what's this dude's name? Danimations. This is a great layout. Yeah. Every single woman has this, but like I said, it's relative to her situation at the moment. Every woman has a rich dude relative to her, a rich dude at work, or substitute that dude at work, dude at the gas station, dude at the library, at the restaurant. So you can substitute second with all that, and then third is just that handsome dude she sees. Yeah. Fourth, every woman has something for some guy who plays some type of sports, and then the friend is the weak ass bitch dude who's too afraid to say I want some pussy because he's too afraid of getting rejected. Which again, see, he's losing that courage. In other words, he's turned into a bitch. He lost that ability, the ability of having courage. Courage meaning courage meaning being afraid. Because when you approach a bitch, like most of the time, more times than not, you're gonna be nervous about it, like because you don't know her. You don't know. Humans are afraid of rejection. Like you gonna be afraid, but that courage is gonna help you to walk through it and accept whatever fate you got with her, type of thing too. So, but without courage, you ain't gonna get nowhere. Without courage, you gonna be that friend, dead last, that friend, and that friend, that when you are a friend, well, like what you said, like you said in the beginning, it's pathetic. When you end up the friend, unless y'all are like genuinely on some friendship, which I've had it happen a few times. Usually the only times I see that I've had it happen and seen it happen and it was like legitimately okay is when the girl ends up becoming like a little sister to you. Cause that girl I told y'all about who had the boyfriend from Argentina, she ended up becoming a little sister to me. So, like, I'll write her from time to time. We chat, you know what I'm saying? She, like I said, write me right back, and we in I'm 6 different time zones away from the bitch. Write me. As soon as I write her, she write me back. But she's a little sister. Like, I couldn't even get my dick hard for her. And she's a beautiful girl. But I couldn't even get my dick hard for her because she's a little sister to me. That's the only time I've ever seen that friend shit work. Because at some point, one of y'all going to want to fuck each other. And usually it's going to be the dude first. Let me check the comments. Rollo Tomasi frowns on the black pill. That's what pisses me off about him. You see, please. The black pill's reality. When you realize some things aren't worth wasting your time on, focus shifts to the things that can work for you. Wait, let me read that. I read that right. The black pill is reality. When you realize some things aren't worth wasting your time on, your focus shifts to the things that can work for you. Well, yeah, Biscuit, I agree with you. Black pill is definitely, I haven't seen anything that they had. Hang on, I'm trying to find this fucking. I haven't seen anything on black pill that was wrong. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen anything black pill say that the videos that I've watched on them. Nothing was wrong. But the thing is, they hyper focusing on it. And if you hyper focus on following a bitch, you are never gonna feel good. You are never gonna be in a position where you gonna feel good and you gonna be good. Where you're in any actual fucking success. If you follow a bitch, you have to just go your own road and at minimum wait for a bitch to come up and follow you. This is another one. Let's watch this one. I'm gonna hit up that next question on Facebook.
Cause look, if my girl leave me without 2 weeks notice, I ain't gonna let my company fail. I gotta go to my human resources department and get a bitch that's looking for a job. Because that's what it is. It's human resources. It's a corporation. You're a part of his corporation. You're a part of his corporation. Don't ever forget, you needed a job. You were unemployed. position I had available. I need a job. Well, all I have available is a position from 3 in the morning to 4:15. You suck my dick, I drink your last Snapple, and I leave. Do you want that position? Yes, please! Anything! We'll see how it works out, bitch. And you worked well. I've never had a fucking 3 in the morning till 4:15 worker like this. You know, I have another position available. This bitch just dropped out. I have... I have a come over on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and you stay all night, position available. Cook breakfast and leave. Would you like that position? So what does that position mean? Well, it means you get to stay longer. You do the same thing you did at the front, but now you can feel a little bit better about yourself because I don't throw you out or I don't just leave right away. Would you like that position? Yes, yes, please, yes. Then something happens. Here's what happens to women. This is why the relationships always get a little funny. You forgot you needed a job. So instead of me promoting you because you're a hard worker, you start coming in late, leave early. You used to come in early, make coffee. You used to do everything you can because you appreciated that little fucking 4 in the morning. Then you changed up and you started working less and wanting more. You want to be the vice president, bitch, and you don't even wash a dish? Do you know how many mailroom hoes is looking for a fucking job? And you acting like you my partner in a business that I built by myself, and you think now you supposed to be my partner because you've been a fucking loyal hoe for a couple of years? Now you want me to ask you to marry you and all kind of shit? I'm not ready yet. You haven't got up to that fucking point. You're just in charge of paper clips, bitch. You think... You think in your own mind you done built up to be my motherfucking sidekick? And you don't even make me feel how you made me feel when you was a mailroom hoe?
See, now my thing is this, man. My thing is this. When it comes to that shit, I am... Well, I've always been... I've always been honest about this. Like, I don't... And I tell my girls, I don't like to play with bitches' emotions. Like, I used to do that. Like, in the video I made on my Patreon, I was telling y'all about the friend of mine who moved into that house in college, and it was his family's house, and the mom, the mom talked the father into renting that house out to college kids so she could come around there and get fucked by college guys. Like, bitches do foul shit for real. Like, they always make men to sound like these fucking these predators on 20-year-olds type of shit. No, bitches do that shit if not more. All right, women do that shit too. But I went more deep in depth on that story on the Patreon. But because I remember it was Christmas and I talked and I got this bitch. I had her in the kitchen cooking all of our foods, making all the beds. I had her do all that shit. And I remember after, like, I just didn't like it. Like, I didn't like how I don't like to do that knowing, like, it's just me, man, right? Because I have too much morals. I don't say too much morals. I'm just not that type of dude. I just don't like the idea of doing that, knowing good and well I'm not going to do anything serious with her. That's why I prefer prostitution. That way, like, okay, it's just clear. She's not gonna get, I'm trying to minimize all that collateral damage. I want her to know what her position is, and then I could just leave immediately after. R.I.P. P.O. False rape charge at age 17 changed. Oh, yeah, I think I remember hearing that story. AD, is it fair to say Patrice O'Neal was more black pill than Rollo Tomasi and your average red pill man today? Well, I don't know much about Rollo Tomasi. I know he said some real shit. From time to time, because a few times I did see him or listen to some. I never read his book or anything. AD. Shit, girl. We're first out. My strategy now on is rent like you, AD. I don't like to play with folks' feelings or my. Yeah. I am definitely more into fucking just like getting to directly to, unless I stumble on a good one. Like I'm fine just having like a hooker or a woman who knows is like strictly friends with benefits type of shit. Yeah. So let me get back to that question. Where is it at? I know that shit keeps shrinking up on y'all on that in the which y'all can see, because I gotta like zoom out so I can find the window. So I gotta catch it. Where the fuck is it? Okay. Ivy Bolt says, make a live stream about why most red pill YouTubers are frauds, fake, unauthentic, weak, dishonest, and full of shit. I can't stand the so-called manosphere no more. If everybody would be a high-value man and too busy with working, earning money, self-improving in form of working out and reading books, etc., then those red pill YouTubers would have 0 viewers. That alone means that those red pill YouTubers depend on non-high value men and therefore need them in order to earn money from YouTube. Okay, yeah, I see. This is all fucked up. MGTOW is the only true philosophy which isn't a sellout or dependent on something. Live your life under your own terms and be as unattached as possible. May it be materialism or other human beings. So, Ivy Bo, if you're watching, I didn't know that was a thing. Red pillars are frauds. Me and my girl stumbled upon this one dude who was like making fun of some red pillars, and he's making fun of like I think Donovan Sharp's girl, and like I thought that was a bit bitchy shit. I thought that was like that's what it was this white dude. I don't know what his fucking name was. I think I like blocked all his shit just so I don't even, because dudes like that, motherfuckers like him, man, he like somebody gonna end up whooping that dude's ass. I don't even know his name, but he got a little popular because he was just bashing motherfuckers. He said like he called like one guy a divorce loser or something like that. Was making fun of like his girlfriend or something like that. I thought that was straight bitch shit, flat out. And dudes like that, dudes who do shit like with what I seen on his channel, what he was doing. Dudes like that either get flat out ignored or a motherfucker is flying out there to whoop his ass. All right? And like, I'll just ignore because, like, hey, I'm in fucking Prague. I don't give a, but that's, like, okay. That situation is like when a bitch starts tripping. Like, I'm not going to be the one to whoop her ass, but I know she's got it coming and she's going to deserve that shit. And I'm not going to be mad at the motherfucker who does. I'll say that. AJ, was that him? It was some big white dude. I don't know somebody's gonna whoop his ass for that shit. But the thing, I think he kind of quit his channel too, because me and my girl was looking at his channel. His channel pretty much just died off after that. Fresh and fit, running their mouth and writing checks they can't get. I seen one thing about one of them accepted a boxing match or some shit like that. I don't know what that was about. But I don't get that. No, it's okay. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me make this screen on me. Just fucking make this shit real. See, shit like that is what bitches want. They want you to turn into bitches like them. They want to see men. See, they want to see men in this world start to fight each other. That's what they want. Don't pay that shit no. And see, because okay, if I had to guess, from an ignorant perspective, because I don't watch these motherfuckers. I mean, I seen like a couple clips here and there, and they was I thought they was decent clips. But I could tell what's gonna start happening is they gonna start selling their soul to get their numbers up. They gonna start doing more wild because I can already tell you what happened, man. Well, okay, they gonna start making enough money, and then what's gonna happen? They gonna start getting the nicer flat, the nicer car, and now they got to keep that shit going. So it's gonna turn into selling my soul to keep this fucking Dodge Viper out here, or whatever the fuck they driving, because you can make some decent. Because that was another idea I had for you guys that I wanted to bring up. I've been getting a lot of offers to do advertisements on the channel, and one thing I never wanted to do was take one, but so I thought about a way we could probably do it where if I did an ad, the payment I would do like a raffle. I'd do a channel giveaway of money that didn't come from the payment of the ad. Like half of that to somebody who watches, and then half to a fucking charity organization, wherever you pick. I just send it there. So let me know. I'm gonna make a poll. I'm gonna make a poll about it. In YouTube probably tomorrow, because I know I'm gonna be asleep pretty quick tonight because I was tired as fuck earlier. I didn't think I was even gonna do a live stream today. So how long have I been on? Hour and a half. Xavier Joseph asked, I thought I liked this. Xavier Joseph asked, how to recognize the differences between hoes, girlfriend material, wife material, no-go zone girls, and dump bitches. Okay, well, in the beginning, it's really hard to tell. So I think that's pretty much impossible. Unless she's like just flat out hoeing it out, like and the bouncers at all the clubs already know her by first name and shit like that. That you don't want a bitch like that, all right? If y'all going out into town and everybody knows her, you don't want that, all right? That's really just your turn in. But like I said in older videos, man, the ones you want to keep around, like if you are not absolutely sure that woman is gonna is gonna bring you medicine when you sick, and take care of you when something's fucked up. If you not sure, then treat her like a hooker. She's a hooker to you, cause she ain't worth nothing else. If you get sick and you ain't got no food in your refrigerator, and you fuck around and go, damn, I need some food. I need to call Sharon. And if you feel even a little bit of doubt, like she might not come through, then yeah. If you feel a little bit of doubt for her, you already know that's where she at least falls down to that position of becoming just straight hooker shit, because she knows to take care of a motherfucker when they sick. Okay, she just ain't gonna respect you like that. And if she don't respect you, then you don't owe her anything. You owe her fucking nothing. No protection, no money, a conversation, none of that. If she don't respect you, fuck her. And then I say at most, just fuck her. Maybe go out, be seen with her so other bitches can see you with a bitch and use her till you can swing off to another one type of shit. And because she's worthless to you. She is fucking worthless to you. That's what I would say. So I'm going to take a break, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to send out a Zoom link for some calls. So I'm going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Ooh. Okay. So I hope I did it right. I sent out Zoom link, which I need to get off Zoom because Zoom is fucking like ridiculous. I hope I sent it out right. I hope I did it right. And we would check the comments in a second. Yeah. So it looks like I sent it out right. Okay. So in the meantime, we'll go to the comment section. What's going on between ABBA and Preach and Fresh and Fit? Yeah, I seen. Was that the boxing? I think that was the boxing thing, man. I don't know. Oh, there was no sound on the video. Word, damn. I thought it was playing. Okay, well, live and learn. Patrice O'Neal, yeah, that's my dude, man. He's funny. What would you say is a downfall of dating younger women? Well, I say okay. The downfall of dating younger women, my opinion is no matter how happy you could end up being with her, like you always have to be ready and willing to let her go at a moment's notice because she is at her fucking height. And when you say younger woman, I'm assuming like late teens, early 20s. She is at her peak of desirability. Like that, like it's easier to sell a younger woman than it is to sell. You would have more problems selling water in the desert than you would selling a 19-year-old girl in the world. You would have more problems selling water in the desert. She is in her peak, so there is no, especially if she's kind of attractive, there is nowhere she couldn't go. Nobody is gonna tell her no. Nobody is gonna tell. Oh, I forgot to check the link. Okay, we got a caller. My bad. It was probably up there for a while. You there, Armchair? Oh, you said you can't hear me yet. It says you got to connect audio. Maybe can I do something? Maybe, let's see. Okay, it says connected audio. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, man, how's it going?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. A little tired. The weather changed
I'm
up.
tired, man. I'm tired. They got us doing some dumb shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out. I'm gonna sick of this shit. These officers be like, our AC was broken on our Humvee, and the officers are like, "Well, I'll be okay." Then the end of the damn mission, they're like, "Well, we're sorry about the AC being broken." I'm like, "You think?"
No, yeah. Was it where you? Was it hot where you are?
Well, it's not that. It wasn't that hot, but it's still Maryland, and it's summertime though, so still it gets humid and hot around noontime. So thankfully the mission was over. We did the mission in the middle of the morning, we did see the mission from like 8:30 to 11:30. So it was just getting hot, but at the end of the mission was getting pretty unbearable because we're in chemical hazmat suits.
Okay, yeah. How hot is it out there actually in Maryland?
Right now it's really only in the 80s right now, but because you're in the damn Humvee in the hottest sun and the armor cooks you on the inside of the vehicle because the heat conducts the sun.
Yeah.
So right now it's only like 85 degrees, but it's a hot 85.
Yeah.
It's humid. There's no escaping the humidity. I'm stationed in Fort Bliss, El Paso, and that's a dry heat, but at least you can go inside of the bay, or you go inside the building and you cool off. Or if your AC is cooled in your car or personal vehicle, it cools you off. But the fact that we're in this now. We're in Maryland. It's humid here. It sucks. But going back to El Paso, and then we're going to go to Wisconsin if I don't shaft or whatever I do.
Okay. Right on. Yeah. So yeah. We're in
the Marine Corps.
Was I? Yeah, I was, but I wasn't in long at all, man. I wasn't in long enough to fucking brag about it. Let's just say that. I didn't do. I fucking went in and got hurt and got kicked out. Well, I didn't get kicked out.
Oh,
I say I got kicked out, but I got. I'm a disabled veteran now. Yeah, technically.
nice. That's a perfect way to do it, man.
Yeah. And now I'm
And,
chilling in
and
Europe.
what do you think about this whole thing of agenda? Like, I think I always say, like, is it evil white men that enable women to be this dysfunctional? I mean, I'm just saying because I'm black, but like you are, but I'm not just a beautiful white man. But I'm saying okay, they basically run society even in America or in Europe. So because no Africans run nothing, so or anything significant. So are they enabling women to act this crazy? And like, I got a girlfriend right now, right? And she, 2 weeks ago, she asked me for commitment, and then goes on to, I just bullshit her and continue just to have casual sex with her. So, do women just feel like they have to say that to you to feel like they're not a slut?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like yeah, man. I was gonna make a video about that earlier, man. Yeah, see that whole yeah. Well, because the thing is, okay, the thing is, like they know they have to be like hooker, whore, slut, prostitute, whatever the fuck, whatever you want to call it. Like they know they have to do it at some point. So like the harder part for them is that is how do they dress it up to where it doesn't sound like that? How can they trick you to think this, so you don't think that they're, that, the whore.
Yeah,
But
just
huh?
because she's giving it up for free, that she doesn't want to be viewed as a slut.
Well, see, yeah, that's the hard part because sometimes giving up for free can be looked at like because she'll get around her female friends and okay like that girl who I did a video on a while back. She said when she got home and she on a date and a dude didn't feed her and she probably sucked his dick or something, probably just didn't tell us about it. And her mom will tell her like no you need to get something out that man. You see what I'm saying? Like, so her friends, so when she gets back to her female friends or like female family members or whatever, they like it depends on where she is. They can hype her up into saying, "Oh, well, you
Well,
just
she's
giving it
from
up for free,
Haiti.
huh?"
She's born in Haiti and came to America.
Okay,
So she's a little more feminine than American female,
yeah,
but she still has the cultural values programmed into her. But she's still just acting on her base instinct of her raw hormones just to have sex for recreation.
yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, it depends on a lot. Okay, a lot of that is going to depend on her friends, her family members. What kind of friends does she have?
I don't know her friends. We've been fucking for 2 months, but I don't know. I never met her friends. And she also is a traveling nurse. So she
Okay.
kind of is nomadic because she's a traveling nurse.
hmm
But she has family in Haiti and Florida, but because they're Haitian, but they moved to Florida.
hmm
Yeah, and she also lived in Virgin Islands, I think, and and then her family moved to Florida from Virgin Islands. But I don't know her family. I don't know her friends. It's kind of those things you just are fucking a chick and you don't really know her friends.
hmm
I'm active in the army. I don't have time to sit around and I only get to fuck her on the weekend. So I'm like, I don't know her friends like that. You know?
Okay. Yeah. And did she ever bring up you like coming to see her friends or going to anything like that? Well, you only been dating her for 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only since late May. Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah. That's still in a potential in a potential trial period at this point. Like
it's honeymoon phase. I call it the honeymoon phase. I don't know if you agree with that, but I call it the honeymoon phase where it's the early on in relationship. Even if you don't, even man, I don't believe in marriage, of course. But I'm a MGTOW just like you. But I'm 30 years old, but and my female and my girlfriend right now, she's 30, so I expect more. I expect more of that. I expect that from a 30-year-old female. I don't expect that when I have my one night stands with Mexican or white females or black females that are young in their early 20s. I don't expect them to even bring it up. Like I had a one night stand with a Mexican in early April, and I bought her a cheap hamburger and sent her down the road. I had sex with her for 20 minutes, then took her back, got her a hamburger, and took her back to her house and never saw her again. So.
So this girl, so she's good in the U.S. She's a nurse, so she's working, so she's good.
She's definitely a upper middle class female because she's making good money right now. So.
Okay. Well, yeah. At that point, man, I say just well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for
Oh,
something out of
I'm
her?
looking for just a girl, just a fuck buddy girlfriend type deal. That's all I want. I don't want no marriage. I don't want no. Now we had a pregnancy scare, but she's still deep down. She's when we got the more after pill because the condom fell off. So we got more an after pill, and that took care of that.
Okay. And she know you, and I couldn't really hear you. You say you say you're in the army, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sure she knows that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, see when especially in those Western countries when women know you're in the military, like that's a rough position to be in, man. That's just the roughest because it's known like you know I'm, as soon as we got on topic, I remember I was sitting at a table. This is when I was in college, and a buddy of mine, he went to the Army Reserves first before me, and we were sitting. It was me and at the time his girlfriend. Now they're married with 2 kids.
I said that I was going to do National Guard, but got kicked out from medical. But then they waived my medical condition, high blood pressure, and then my dumbass went active duty to not have to work for civilian employment. Boy, did I fuck up on that one.
Say it again.
I went and originally was National Guard, and then I was kicked out even before I even went to basic. You just drill with National Guard even before you go to basic, and I was only E3. Then I got kicked out of MEPS for being on a mild hypertension medication. They kicked me out of MEPS, right? I just admitted to it because I didn't think it was a big deal. My dumb ass didn't know. My recruiter was a dumb redneck, didn't tell me nothing, so I admitted to it. If he had coached me, I would have not admitted to it. This is all back in 2018. So then I got kicked out. It took a year for the National Guard to officially kick me out, process me out, and they processed me out like I had just done smoke a joint or something.
Yeah.
So then I go back to active duty, and they're like, "Did you smoke weed or something?" I was like, "No, man, I got kicked out for hypertension medication, just a mild diuretic." And it's like, "Oh, okay." And so they waived that shit, and then I was shipped out for basic in 2019. So my dumbass did active duty because I picked a good MOS. The MOS school was so damn difficult that even though I'm smart, it just wore me out, and I failed and went to CBurn. So I'm like, damn, I don't even get the job I want. But anyway, back to the women though, it's like, why do in the West these basically, of course, okay, so white men basically run our society. So why do they allow women to run amok like they do?
That's a good question. Like you mean like on a whole kind of thing, like in well, because okay, my opinion of this is because they allow that because okay, this is just the reality. When you go in the world, which is totally not 100% true, but it's a reality. White males are universally a status symbol. You're automatically okay. Because me and my girl just had this conversation a few days ago. Because I got a business thing going here where I'm going to have, like, there's no way I can do it as a black dude because the people here just aren't going to trust me with it. Unless they know I'm from the U.S. and they might trust me. The world automatically it's just what media does to people's heads. The world automatically views white males as success objects, something to be trusted, at least over, me, right? Automatically. Since that's already a thing, they're getting a whole different, even though they're getting fucked over by bitches too. Don't get me wrong, they're getting fucked over by bitches too, but they're getting that whole initial phase. See, bitches don't have to explain why they brought a white dude home. It's damn near a plus in many societies. Now, some black societies may still ask, "Oh, why'd you bring a white guy home? Why didn't you date a black guy?" But the Asian communities, that's a plus for them.
Definitely. They chase white boys.
Oh yeah. They a lot of them Asian girls. They will drink a white dude's piss off the floor after they just met him. That's real shit. They will do that. A lot of them. I'm not saying all of them, but
no, we ain't gonna call the all police on you. But you ever heard of the all police?
No, what's that?
The all police is the joke where you never say all, or the all police will come after you because you're making a holistic statement about a whole group of people.
Well,
so
yeah. Because my experience with that, man, because I grew up around a decent amount of Asian communities, growing up, man, and with the Asian girls, either they completely loved the white dudes or they completely hated them. It was always one extreme or the other. Always one extreme. But
I didn't know it was
back.
extreme. I thought there were some that were just, and I thought there were some that would be indifferent to him, and then some worship him, and some just don't just dislike him or hate him. But I always thought there was it was more balanced than just either hatred or adoration. I didn't know it was that extreme.
Because I remember like right before I left to come to Prague the first time, I was dating this Asian girl, and I'm so not joking with you, man. We had conversations, and she would literally ask me, "How do you talk to white people? Why do you like white people? How do you talk to them? Like seriously, like hated white people. I was pretty fucking shocked. Girl's well educated, everything, had her own place, had a nice car, and like completely straight up. Why do you like white people? How can you talk to white people? I just don't like them. I'm like, yo, like, is she serious right now? Like,
really? Yeah, I guess some love them and some are militantly against them. You know,
yeah.
Some will be love you long time with them, or some will hate them. You know, so.
But the thing is, back to what you were saying, like, so even then, like, okay, this is a difficult thing to speak on, but it's a brutal fucking reality, man. Like, a white dude is gonna get a totally different. Hey, real quick, iPhone, I see you in the chat. I see you in the call, man. I'm gonna get to you in a bit. See, like the white dude is gonna be. He's gonna have an easier road with them, with women, So, and what I see is like the girls. Let's just say white girls. Let's just use white girls as an example. They would they will fuck over those men too, but the thing is, they get in there on more like it's a more manipulative, like kind of trick them into like making them like them, like because bitches know how to act. Bitches know what men want to see and want to hear, and they know when to employ that shit at the right time. And
even a foreigner female, yeah, they definitely know what men want to hear.
Yeah,
that's what's so scary about female. That's why you never get married, because they will pretend to be the perfect Tinkerbell angel when you first get with them, and then turn into a she devil when you succubus when you get with them. You know, so
yeah. But I've watched like white friends of mine. I watched them get fucked up because as a black dude, like sometimes like okay, either we gotta put in work, or she wants to, or the girl, or like the white girl, she automatically wants to categorize us as like a rapper, thug, something like that, right? It's usually one of those things. Whereas like the white dudes, they don't have to face that same situation. So like they're coming in on a much easier path. So
they don't characterize them as you know, all the white boys have shot at people, whatever official actually happened. But let's say all the news always talking about white boys going around shooting people. I mean, shooting a bunch of people no reason, right? But they don't view white people as evil psychopaths that want to shoot people no reason. But why do we black men are labeled as thug criminal just for the media's portrayal of us when I'm not like that? But anyway, it's like, I don't know. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with Neely Fuller Jr. has a podcast every Tuesday about this, but about white supremacy and shit like that. But yeah, man, I don't know why if white man commits a crime, it's just because he's seen as that one white man. A black man that commits a crime is like, oh, you know, Negroes ain't shit. So
yeah, and that's movies. I remember when I was in Argentina and I was fucking with this Vietnamese bitch down there, and I think I told you a story because we did cocaine that whole night, and we talked first, and she asked me like, why does American media always show black people as like either big and strong with guns, or like loud, or like stupid? Like she legit asked me that, like, and I said, I don't know. That's just, you know, that's just what the media does. That's what they do, you know. Like
they're fucking racist, white supremacists. What they are, ain't just because. It's because they're doing a exact agenda. There's black men that are flipping homosexuals. There are black men that are tough gun-toting criminals, and there's black men that go to work every day. There's all different types of black men.
Yeah,
you know, just because Bill Cosby. Whatever, I don't believe the official story of Bill Cosby. I don't think he touched those. I think he just was told promised those women favors, had consensual sex, and they betrayed them years later. And I think the white man came after him too with that. I think the Boulay betrayed him, but they don't care about that. They just like, oh, a white woman accused him of rape. This chiv. I argue with my girlfriend about this shit because I'm against COVID. I'm against all these false rape stories in the media. Like clearly, Bill Cosby was innocent of rape. You know, so.
Yeah, okay, I'll say this. I think I'm gonna let you go in a bit, but I think he did it. I think he did, but I don't it wasn't I don't think he like, okay, those bitches knew what was going on. Right.
No, that's not rape then.
Yeah, yeah.
People took Quaaludes back in the 80s to have a good orgasm and to have consensual sex and to have just a good time in general. I mean, watch The Wolf of Wall Street. People took Quaaludes for recreation. It's not a rapo drug. It's not a roofie type drug.
Yeah.
It doesn't knock you out. It just makes you euphoric and weird and crazy and shit. But you know exactly what you're doing. You probably, hey, I'm gonna give you Quaaludes, baby. I'm putting it in the pudding pop. You know, so
yeah. Like
he did not rape.
Yeah.
He did not strong arm rape those women. He was Bill Cosby, a funny comedian, charismatic guy that convinced a bunch of sluts to have sex with him. How is that rape? It's not rape. Convincing a slut to have sex with you is not rape. That's the opposite of rape. So no.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let you because I got some callers online, so I'm gonna let you
no
go. It was
problem.
great
Good
talking to you, man. Yeah. Have a good day, man.
YouTube, man. I'm armchair on YouTube, man. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hello? Okay, we got Leo. Says connecting audio, can't hear you yet. Okay, so we're still here. So while he's connecting the audio, let's go to the comments. Oh, wait, here he is. Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, AD?
How's it going, man?
I'm chilling.
So why is connect the audio? Let's go to the comments. Oh, here he is. You hear me?
Wait, let me put this on pause. Yo, I've been listening to you for a minute, and you really helped me out, man. Because I think I've been listening to you since like last year.
Okay.
I was like 19, so you kind of helped me throughout my process of growing up and becoming a man. But like, even though there's some things that you've talked about that I do have questions for you. I don't know if you mind.
Sure. Go ahead.
So basically, you were talking about, I think it was a Patreon video that you posted yesterday, and it was something about women should be running the world, right? I just wanted you like to go in on that because I've been thinking about that since you said it yesterday. Because I was going somewhere, but I was like, yo, he's onto something, but I don't think we've talked about that enough. And I just want to understand, like, where were you coming from? What do you mean by they could run the world? Because I've thought about that, but like to me, it came off, as I thought more about it, it came off like it's like a catch-22. Whereas like what makes it seem like they could run the world is exactly what would make it like I don't know, like, but I just let me know what you think about that, because I just want you to go into that a little bit more, if that's okay.
Yeah. So what I was saying with that, man. Hey, is the volume on in your background? Because I can hear an echo. It might be me though.
No, I put it on mute, but I could turn it off all the way.
Okay. Well, I can still try like this. It's no problem. It's just like this small echo. It might just be on my end though. I don't know. But yeah. Women. The only reason women don't run the world is mostly because by nature, like they don't want to. They want to be fucking second. They want to wait for somebody else to make something. Like if woman had the initiative to go out and actually create something and have to stand by it and not worry about if other motherfuckers liked it or not, like a woman will run the world. What keeps woman from completely dominating and running the world is that she doesn't want to be blamed for something if it went wrong. That's what ultimately keeps them fucking following, because like that social status is that finally being told no, is facing that real mean, cruel world. Like that shit destroys bitches' brains. It destroys them, man. They get literally like they get emotionally just beat down by being told no if they didn't please somebody, if they weren't desirable. Like that is their livelihood. That's what keeps them from running the world. Because if it wasn't for that, oh, with like because they have us beat on intellectual on interpersonal intelligence at far earlier ages to be able to run shit over on us. It's 20. Somebody said, I can't remember who said this, but a 16 like a 20-year-old girl is the same interpersonal. It has the same interpersonal skills as a 45-year-old man. Like they get
Yeah.
that shit way earlier, man. But like I said, the thing is, like women are so afraid. Women's whole thing is being viewed as desirable, and that's what keeps them fucking beneath men and waiting for a man to come pick them up. Because the reason why they don't do any approaching, they don't build nothing, they don't create shit. Everything they do is built off of value systems that man has already made. The reason why, because every woman is too afraid to fucking go out there on a whim and create something and risk being not desirable. That's
Okay,
what
I
keeps
see.
them beneath. That's what keeps them beneath. Yeah, that's it.
But that's a great point. I was looking into that also because like me and my friends, for senior year, what we used to do, because we wanted to have this senior trip, we would like sell stuff after school, like to it was like a school from like middle school to high school. So it was like a lot of kids, and eventually that's how we made our money. And I remember this one time, one of my classmates who was a girl, she ran it, and like she wasn't as adept to like social cues. So the customers, like the kids, they gave her a hard time, and she felt like she didn't do a good job, and she went into like this breakdown. And because I felt too, like I've had moments where stuff didn't go my way, but the way that she went like into her little cave, I was like, dude, just get back up. Like this is just a minor setback. The kids probably felt like you were, they felt weakness in you. That's how kids are. They felt weakness and they attacked it. But that's fine. You can grow out of that. But like, she had a total breakdown.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Eventually, the thing is, I saw her bounce back. Right. Like she was doing well. She got back, and eventually we went on the trip. So my thing is it really the fact that they don't want to? Or is it the fact that they know we're gonna have to do it? Because I don't know if you read the book by Esther Villar, which is The Manipulated Man. I don't know because I read in that book that I just like the dude you were talking to prior. Is it the fact that men have enabled it for so long that it became nature? Does that make sense?
Say it again. Men have what? Men have enabled it.
Men have enabled it for so long that it became nature to them.
No. Okay, that falls in the topic of when women talk about pimps are evil and all this stuff like that. No, it wasn't. Women created pimps. Men didn't.
I know that.
Huh?
I figured that out because I read the book by Ice Slim, something like that. Iceberg Slim.
Okay.
And eventually it was basically, I think what you're saying is like they want that protection. That's what the pimp is, right? It's like a protection thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Women created that. Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes, okay, because men. Here's the thing, man. Men will fucking like. We don't care. We don't care about who makes more money than who. We don't care who. If anything, we admire a motherfucker who makes money or they have a nicer car than us. Like that whole jealousy and envy shit. Like that a lot of times that's women or women like men or feminine men doing that type of shit. Like when they seriously get angry about it, like for real mad about it, to where they start treating them worse and shit. Bitches do shit like that. So, but here's it's like, see, guys, especially when we get full grown, man, we are happy with just as long as we get peace. We don't give a fuck about what else happens. So all that other shit is like because women try to say men force women to do this, men force men. No, women wanted that. Men worked around. Women want to be second. Men work around it and work with it.
Oh, okay.
That they want
I see.
it, but women are trying to flip it that men are pushing women down to do this. Like no, men are
Yeah,
not
I
pushing them
remember.
down to do this. That's what they want, and we work around it. We work with them.
That's true. Basically, I think what it was as I read it was men are literally like, because I remember you talked about that. We project onto them this intelligence and this like level of integrity and like pureness. But the thing is, it was like a projection from us the whole time, where we're just. I think it's a weird thing because we're trying to balance. I don't think women understand this. We're trying to balance both our sexual attraction and treating women like decent human beings as we would men, right?
Yeah.
So basically we're trying to balance those two out because even though most of the time we just do what we do, but we don't want to, fuck other people up in that process.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I feel like where it comes off as it would be our fault, but really, if you look at it, I don't know if that's what you're saying. It's like we're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
yeah,
it's kind of like I don't know if you've noticed, but like, if you've seen, I've got a couple men in my family because they've been pushed against a wall to get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, their wife is the one that pressured them. But in the relationship, they were doing fine. But there has to be that status of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get there, it's like all the blame is put on you because what happens is you're the one that has to keep it up, even though she's the one that wanted it. But basically, it becomes your responsibility. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah. At the end of the day, men, we end up because men, we're happy with very little. We don't need a lot, for real.
That's the thing.
We can be happy with very little. Women are the ones who like I said, they figure out Sarah has a better pair of shoes, or Susan has a better sweater, or a man bought a house for Charla, and now they want to get that out of you because now they're trying to keep up with their friends because they got it's the same thing. Women think they want whatever they think other women want.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's it.
Yeah, basically what it's coming off as is we become like their maintenance managers or something. As basically, we're just maintaining things that they want and they got bored with. And we end up with the job of keeping it together, especially with like relationships, because you have to like keep her interested, but not make it look like you're trying to keep her interested. It's like we're working from like shadows and just like trying to keep stuff up to par because it's like kids with toys, basically. I think you had that analogy, which at first I heard you say it and I was like, man, this thing is crazy, bro. Like I think you said something like women are like dogs, like kids together. I was like, whoa, where's this going? This is kind of shaky. But then eventually I'm like, yeah, because even with relationships, it's like a toy. And then eventually what it comes off as is basically we have to do the maintenance. I don't want to play with this anymore. But yo, this is serious. This is not just, you can put it down. We've had this and people know we've had this and we're together, but we have to do that maintenance of not even letting it get there. So I definitely see. So how do you come up with what's, because Patrice said it before, right? Patrice said that his game is basically I know that women have the tendency to be what did he say again? Abusive, right? So his game was, look, it's not that I want to be abusive. It's that I know that you have the tendency to be abusive, and I'm telling you, you can abuse me, but I want to abuse you. So that was his game, and the way he phrased it was he's trying to maintain his happiness while maintaining this relationship, but he knows that he has to give something to it to maintain it. So, because I've been listening to you for a minute, but how would you say you would describe your game? Or like, I don't want to call it game because that makes it seem kind of childish, but how would you describe your input on that situation with comparison to what Patrice said?
Well, the giving part, man. Yeah, you got to give us something into. Okay, okay. Here's the thing. My personality with women, like when I'm like, because I always work better like when I'm completely alone in the world. Like I always work so much better like that. So when I'm alone in the world, my personality with it is I am happy. I'm happy with my
Yeah.
life. Like I could butt crack jokes. I could laugh out loud, say some wild shit. So like with me, I think when it comes to giving in a relationship, ultimately what I'm really doing is I just have a charismatic personality. So that is the giving. And on top of that, I mean, sometimes like after you fuck a bitch real hard or something like that, like you really supposed to cuddle them after it. That whole like, cause bitches love that shit. So little shit like that, do that. But I mean, as far as like giving, as it for me, like it's not really even a game for me. It's just my swagger, it's just my character of how I am.
Gotcha.
That's what's doing most of the giving for me. Cause I'm
Gotcha.
always in the
And
like,
by the,
huh?
yeah, and by the way, that actually aligns with, I think, one of your videos that you did. I think it was about this dude that was like, take her on a trip, you broke bastards and all of that. I think you said something in that video that is so valuable that so many men should appreciate you for even letting them onto that. Was the fact that you're gonna feel as you give more, you do more, and as it's kept in the shadows, you're gonna feel as if you should be more appreciated.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel that you're gonna feel as you should be like almost owning her. But what you said is, look, this just has to be who you are. And
Yeah.
when you get to that point where she doesn't like you anymore, you just have to be able to let go. Because then I guess it becomes kind of a disgusting thing. Because even then, I think you recovered that he ended up like beating on his girl because it was like it was probably just toying with his emotions. But all you have to do, even Patrice, I remember one of the line that he got from the movie. I think it was something with De Niro is don't never be afraid to let something go, or don't do something that you're not afraid to let go in 5 minutes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Just don't let it like imprison you. But
Yeah.
eventually, so I guess that makes sense. So it just has to be you. It can't be like some like fabrication, basically.
Yeah, and see, and what a lot of guys will do is, and both sides are victim to this. A woman will try to hide not knowing what to do with just giving you sex, and they hope that'll get her through. And what guys will do is, guys will try to hide when they don't know what else to do with just buying a bitch something, paying for something. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is he just doesn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So he feels like he has to do something. It's like,
So with
uh-huh.
yeah, you can go. Now, when you finish, I just had a little comment because my question would be like, so with the not knowing what to do, you just have to figure it out, I guess, right?
Yeah. You got to figure it out with how your game is and what you do. And sometimes you'll learn it, man. Like I don't know if you know it or if you know how you are in it or not, but you'll learn. Like sometimes it's just better to just be quiet, just exist, because you can just existing in silence. Can say a lot at the right time. Just sitting down or just go. Just look out the window. You don't always have to do something that's like super amazing, like. But yeah, back what I was saying earlier. Both sides get guilty of that. Like I said, when a woman is at a like woman will eventually get to a point where she doesn't know what to do, and she's just gonna want to offer you pussy because she doesn't know. And I was listening to a Patrice. Yeah, I was listening to one of these little skits before. I just found this channel, and you say like like you because woman. There's a lot of girls out there who don't know how to be bigger than their own vagina. Like their vagina is the number one. Like they don't know how to do it. And it's the same thing with a lot of guys. They don't know how to be a bigger man outside of money for a woman. Both sides suffer from that shit.
Yeah. And basically, it's like, I don't know if I should ask you this because I see that you're not, I don't want to project, honestly, but this is just something that has been going on in my mind.
Sure.
But I see that you're not really focused on like relationships, right? And because how you describe it is you understand it. And even when you were speaking on different groups, you were like, look, it's because you haven't experienced it, the maintenance of it. That's why you're so like after it and whatnot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I would say, how do you balance having that feeling with knowing that, you know, with knowing that you have the proclivity to like buy your girl something to like cover for not being able to provide her with maybe mental stimulation. So like,
well, sometimes the mental stimulation is doing nothing. Sometimes the mental stimulation is doing nothing. Is just doing nothing at all. So, because see what that's do. Okay, because what that can do is teach her how to just sit with you. It's okay to just sit with somebody. You don't have to always do. You don't have to do something all the time. Sometimes, okay, because when girls be in love with a dude, man, a lot of times that dude barely buys her shit. Barely, if ever. Buys her, you know what I'm saying? Takes her on buy her a flight, all this ridiculous shit. See, those dudes who are pushing that shit, man, like I said in that video, those are dudes who end up beating up their girl for real because they thought they could buy a live-in prostitute. And not just for sex, but they thought they could buy her emotions, buy her conversation the second they want it, buy what they want out of her the moment they want it. When dudes start doing that shit, like bragging about what they bought their girl and all that stuff, that's usually where that ends up, man. But like, you don't have just sit with her, just sit with her, just that is mental stimulation because that's telling her I can sit with this dude. I'm gonna let you go in a minute, man. But yeah, that's telling her like, Leah, I can actually, this is somebody I can just sit with and just be. She doesn't have to talk. She doesn't have to, chime in on conversation. She could just sit. That's mental stimulation enough.
Right. And I don't know if you had to like manage this, but in the Patrice videos, and I think one of my girlfriends did this too. But what happens is, I think Patrice described it better, so I'm gonna go with his story.
Yep.
Is sometimes they would like his girl just started talking about bats and just like random stuff.
Mm.
Is it like I heard you say stuff like shit test, but the thing that he would say is sometimes they would just do it and unconsciously, and like to their one unconscious thing, you have to do like 2 or 3 conscious things you have to tell them what they did, tell them why they did it, and then you have to like manage the people around. So basically, so what have you had to deal with that? That's my first question. And would you say that is that a shit test, or is it just what he said it was? Is it just like the unconscious thing to just be exactly?
Yeah. You can. When you get with your girl, you can tell if she's doing like spontaneously or if it's like some shit that's done on purpose. Now, when she does it spontaneously, then you can spell it out for what she did and the deeper reason on why she did it, and have her sit there and think like, don't get mad at her, but just tell her what you did. I would, the way I do it, I tell my girl in the sense of like it's a joke. Like you don't want to get mad at her because like bitches are real sensitive with that shit, man. Like and
Right.
like you don't want to get mad at her about it, but you gotta tell her in a way like you laughing about it and it's a joke. But
I
you still
see. Yeah.
saying real shit of what she did, and then deduce like exactly why she did it and why she didn't do this, and and all, is like, that type of thing.
Cool. So you don't want to put too much pressure. I think because in your early videos, you've had some great early videos, by the way. I would say some of your early videos, if you're some of the people on the live right now that haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend them, the early videos from this channel. And even some of the movie recommendations that you gave, like what was that movie? It's like the type of woman that likes to have a lot of partners. I forgot the name of that movie. That was a great recommendation. That movie was my first step into the red pill in a way. But there's some hypocrisy, even in my own mind that was growing, where I couldn't fail but to question men on some things, right? Because it was like for the body count for women, right? Like the disgusting. Is it like I feel like it's wrong of us to be like, oh, we want to do this with like so many women, and if you're like a man and you're like, okay, I want to see every man, succeed with like relationships, sexually or whatnot. Eventually, like the body counts of that population is gonna go up because the woman and the man are having sexual intercourse with each other. So would you say that basically my thing is the management of like for especially for me, I try my best not to be say like stuff that are against each other. So would you say that it's like the management of knowing where your mind is at, is that something you should do first before pursuing relationships? Because I do know that the red pill rage and all of that stuff, and it's like all the confliction, I feel like are those, and I'm still kind of in that, right? So I feel like those would be things that you had to work on before. I don't know if you had to work on it, on like those conflictions. So I'm just asking, like, how would you think? Like, should you wait for that to go away and then start a relationship? Because you're saying that you have to have that stability so that your girl can feel like, all right, yeah, this dude, you can joke around, I can still feel, good around him. So I don't know, how would you say?
Well, with that, with the red pill rage, man, that's one of the things you'll know. I think you'll know when when the legitimate rage is over. It's still, I mean, if you think about it too hard, it's always gonna make it can you get a little upset about the reality of it, because that's just how the game is.
Yeah.
But the legit red pill rage, which I think when that red pill rage really happens, I think that's when it's a high chance of going into black pill shit. Because
Yeah.
it's like, because the black pill is like hyper into analyzing every little thing, and I think that's a real delicate time where a motherfucker can fuck around and steer on in the black pill, and when you end up there, man, like that's just never a good, a healthy. I say it's not a healthy area to be, because there's no like, as a dude, man. When I'm gonna let you go in a minute, man. But as a dude, when you realize what you're really going up against for real, like when you realize that shit, what you're really going up against, like I said earlier in the live stream, like, man, you will end up fucking paralyzed, like, because there's just no
Yeah.
point if once you
Because,
really
and
see.
also, I don't know, I think what we call it now is getting lost in the sauce. I do see in the manosphere, a lot of us, we do get, even myself, I tend to get lost in the sauce of it all. And, you start having these grandiose ideas of, this is what it should be and this is what it should be. But eventually, what I started to realize is, man, you can't change the whole world. It's going to be what it is now, and it's going to be what it is after you're gone. So it's like, you just have to, what I've been coming up with is like, you just have to manage yourself and understand that I think some of your videos, which I do love, and I feel like those are like the most honest moments that you've had with us. It's like the Heaven for Men videos. I don't know, like those videos, I feel like what you're sharing with us is important, because you've said that what is it? I think it's getting everything that you want would be hell for
Yeah.
and so basically it's the same thing almost. It's like you just have to manage everything. So I definitely, but hey, AD, I guess the 10 minutes should be up now. But
Yeah,
hey,
we ran out of time.
thank you for all these information that you're giving us. And I never got to say we're glad to have you back because I do know that you went through that time. I think earlier this year.
Yeah.
But we're glad to have you back, man. And yeah, okay.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, man. Oh, I think he hung up. You still there? Oh shit. Okay. So I'm gonna send another link out in a bit. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna send another link out in Zoom. I'll be right back.
Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you want to be like me and have rich men want to fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayamayama, and I can teach you how to have rich men want to fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you want to be like me and have rich men want to fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayamayama, and I can teach you how to have rich men want to fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you want to be like me and have rich men want to fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayamayama, and I can teach you how to have rich men want to fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you want to be like me and have rich men want to fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayamayama, and I can teach you how to have rich men want to fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you want to be like me and have rich men want to fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayamayama, and I can teach you how to have rich men want to fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl,
All right, I'm back. Finer Point says I still get rage flare-ups. Yeah. AD, I've been following you for a while. Question. How much for you to do a video covering women that have anxiety, depression, and how to interact with them? It's too much damn work. All of them got anxiety and depression. All of them gonna have that. I'll say at that point, man, look, every woman's gonna have anxiety and depression, and a lot of that is gonna stem from, okay, at minimum, she's gonna be at least a little bit depressed or have anxiety because it's gonna come. It comes back to that desirability thing, man. And so a woman is all about who's she prettier than? Is there somebody prettier than her? Is somebody gonna, is she getting more attention? Blah blah. So they gonna get depressed and anxiety just from baseline, from that alone, right? That's their purpose on the planet. You're not gonna find a woman who's not depressed or has anxiety. That's damn near impossible. Y'all remember what was that? Oh, let me make sure this is even still on. Yeah, it says still on. Y'all remember who's that that Christina Milian girl? And she got cheated on by this this girl that was her dude. Her baby daddy cheated on her with a girl who was like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. It don't matter how pretty she is. And woman has to live with that shit. And she has to live with that. Oh, wait, I lost track. But yeah. I'm getting fucking tired, man. I'm hungry as fuck. So yeah, man, I think I'm gonna end it off here because I'm getting tired as fuck. I just put that new link up too for the call in. I'm gonna end it off here because I'm fucking tired, man. So, hey, y'all have a good night, man. I'm out. I'll put this on my Patreon. I'll put this on Patreon pretty soon. But yeah, I'm out. Y'all have a good